Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Happy Wednesday instead of Sunday. I'll explain more about that in just a minute. Today I wanted to open up our Nordic Christmas boxes from The Good and the Beautiful, show you what is included inside. These were limited edition curriculum boxes and we were very lucky. I worked very hard to sort of stock and to be able to snag the ones that we needed on the day that they launched. Then we had a bit of a crisis because our box was stolen off of our front porch, and I thought they were gone forever because they were sold out on the website, but The Good and the Beautiful actually had reserved a few just in case something like that happened to someone, so they were able to replace ours. We've gotten them a little bit later than I had planned for, but we do have them, and I am so incredibly grateful. I was so worried. So I'm going to open these with you today. I'm also going to show you a couple of things that we are doing as like an additional add-on to complement this curriculum. Before we get started with the unboxing, I want to take just a minute and talk about kind of a serious thing that happened this weekend in my personal life. You guys know that I normally film and upload on Sunday. I can already feel the tears pricking the corners of my eyes, and so I'm probably going to cry, and I apologize in advance for that. On Saturday morning, our church burned down. This is a church that I was a part of for many years and that I still consider a home for myself, although I hold membership somewhere else. After seminary and sort of moving on into my own pastoral and ministerial roles, I joined a church and began to sort of do some work with other congregations, but I do still consider Middle Church my home, and I do go back as often as I can. I do events with them every summer. Every single summer. I do their racial reconciliation conference every single year as well. I have such deep love and respect for their senior minister, the Reverend Dr. Jackie Lewis, and for all of their staff and clergy. This was a historic building. It was built in the 1800s. We actually had the 1776 New York Liberty Bell in our steeple, and as of now, we don't know whether or not that bell has survived. The sanctuary is completely gutted. There is nothing left but the facade. The fire actually started in the building next door in the middle of the night, and it spread to us. And it hit me in an unexpected way. It hit me really hard. I felt very grieved. And so on Sunday, I joined with Middle's online worship service and also had some conversations in like Zoom rooms that they had set up after service, which is why this video did not get uploaded, did not get recorded or uploaded on Sunday. I'm going to put a link to an article in the down bar if you want to read more about this, and also put a link where you can donate. They are fundraising to rebuild the sanctuary. I believe that those contributions are tax deductible, so definitely do not feel obligated, but I feel like it's just a small thing that I can do to say, if you're looking for a place to give a year-end contribution, Middle has just had this devastating fire, and we covet your prayers, and I'm sure that they would also make good use of any monetary donation that you were able to make. So that's just my little spiel about that. That's why things on this channel didn't get uploaded on Sunday. And, you know, I just wanted to sort of take a minute and stop and kind of reflect and share with you what had gone on. You know, Middle has been such a huge part of my personal spiritual formation, and a lot of the opinions and the thoughts and the ideas and the curriculum tips and tricks that I share on this channel really come from things that I have learned in community there. So, you know, my thoughts and prayers go out to everyone who was affected by this, the women's shelter next door, which was thankfully able to evacuate, all of our neighbors, and the firemen as well. There were 4 that were injured, although not seriously, in this 6-alarm blaze. So without further ado, let's open up our Christmas boxes. So these boxes, like I said, are limited edition. They are absolutely gorgeous. This is what they look like on the front. It's the Nordic Christmas Box. They have this gorgeous art all the way around, and this is a nice sturdy box, so you can definitely keep this to store this curriculum from year to year. The little girl that I'm working with, who will be 10 in December, she is actually half Norwegian, so I really wanted to do this curriculum with her. It was very, very important to me, which is why I kind of spent the time that I did stalking and planning and saving to be able to buy these boxes. Because we are doing our schooling virtually, I needed 2 boxes. I needed one for her and then one for me so that we can do our read alouds and things together. Since we're not in the same physical space, we definitely did need our own copy. We have tried before to do reading and to do curriculum where she was the only one that had a copy and I did not have a hard copy for myself, and that has not worked. So I definitely made sure that I was on that website waiting for it to drop. The website kept crashing and I thought, oh, for sure, I've missed it. I'm not going to get it. And I was kind of losing hope a little bit, I have to admit. And then I was able to snag the ones that I wanted. I held my breath all the way until it shipped because I thought, what if they oversold? What if something goes wrong and they can't fulfill my order? And then it shipped and I was like, whew, okay, great, we're going to get them. I had not told her mom that I was trying to get this or that I had ordered this until it shipped because I was afraid something would go wrong. And I finally told her mom, and then our boxes showed delivered. Finally, the day came and they showed delivered, and I got the notification probably about 2:20, and that's when I went out onto the porch and there wasn't a box. And I thought, well, maybe they got like delivered to one of the neighbors on either side of us. And so I kind of peeked around and looked. I texted my neighbor upstairs. They didn't have it. And I thought, well, that's really strange. So I called FedEx, and FedEx said it was definitely delivered. And we can't issue a lost ticket unless the good and the beautiful, the person who sent it, actually is the one that requests us to do that. The Good and the Beautiful didn't want to issue a lost ticket because it had only been like an hour. And they said normally they wait like 14 days. But this being time sensitive, I didn't want to wait 14 days. And so I was just a mess all day. I kept checking other people's porches and kind of walk around the neighborhood trying to have an idea. And finally, the next morning, I actually found our boxes ripped open and destroyed, tucked under a parked car in our neighborhood, which was so sad. And I emailed the Good and the Beautiful and let them know, don't worry about the lost ticket. I found them. They've been stolen. And like I said, because they were now sold out, I thought that was it. We just weren't going to get it this year. And I was going to have to tell this little girl's mom that I actually didn't have this curriculum that I had promised. And then they wrote back to us and said, we're actually going to send you out a new order. We saved a few back just in case something like this happened. So thank goodness for that. I was a nervous wreck. And here we go. Now we have her. Package theft has been a big deal in our neighborhood. I actually now have a Ring camera because of this incident, and I'm connected to all of our neighbors' Ring cameras, and it's like crazy. There are so many. So when you open it, this is what it looks like on the inside. So if you haven't seen this yet, it's just 3 books. There's this one, which is actually Christmas notes. I'll flip through that more for you in a moment. There's also this book that is written by Alta Halverson Seymour called A Grandma for Christmas. And this is, I think, a level 5. Yes, they've rated this as a level 5 reader. My little one is in 4th grade, so this is perfect for her. And the last thing in here is this gorgeous hardback book, if I can get it out of the box. This gorgeous hardback book, which is actually called The Beauty of Norway, a good and beautiful art collection. And this is by Jenny Phillips and Ashley Klim. And it's just these gorgeous, gorgeous prints. If I am correct, I don't think that there's actually, there is a little bit of text here and there. I was gonna say, I don't think there's any text in this book, but there is. There's like some art study bits here. So this talks about central Norway. This region boasts 3 mountain ranges. Then it has a study this painting section. And there you go. So this is just stunning. I'll have to kind of look through this and make sure that there aren't any religious references that are inappropriate for this little girl and for her family and their beliefs. But this is stunning. The beauty of Norway, a good and beautiful art collection. So there's your geography and history. Again, this is a level 5 reader. There are some pictures inside. I'll stop here and see if I can kind of show you the size of the print and things like that. So this is the inside of A Grandma for Christmas. And then Nordic Christmas notes and stickers. These are just little basically blank pieces of paper, and they are, I'm not sure if you can see here, but they're scored for folding. And you simply have your kiddo write a note here. They fold it up. They seal it with one of these cute little stickers that are in the back, and then they can tuck these in people's stockings, or even add them to the gift wrap in the packaging for people, which I think would be so sweet. Just a little handwritten note for the person who is the recipient of your child's gift. So this is everything that comes in the Nordic Christmas box. Then for us to kind of stretch this out a little bit, I have a few things. I did this book from the Good and the Beautiful library, On the Edge of the Fjord. They have this rated as a level 8 reader. I read this book in middle school, and I loved this book. I read it over and over and over again all throughout high school. And basically this takes place in Nazi-occupied Norway, and it is the story of 2 kids who help save the town through daring and innovation and cunning, and it is a great book. So this one being a level 8, there are very few pictures. I see one picture, which is like a full page picture. Let's see if I can find where that went. So that's here. It's the only one that I see just on an initial flip through. And then as you can see, the text is a bit smaller as well. It is a longer book. And so this is going to be kind of a nice extension for us. Whether or not we do it this year or in a subsequent year, that I can't tell you. But I thought she would really enjoy this book. And it definitely has some great talking points that are included inside just based on the setting and the subject. So again, I loved this, and I'm really happy to share that with her. That's a great way to, if you are a family that has more than one child, to be able to extend the Christmas box kind of beyond the range. You can sort of do your own level 7 to 8 extension with that book, Edge of the Fjord. Then I picked up this little book, East of the Sun and West of the Moon and Other Norwegian Fairy Tales. I just picked this up from Thrift Books. And it's just, like it says, a collection of several fairy tales. This is a used book. Here's the Thrift Books sticker here. And I just thought this would be a fun thing for us to read together as well. Expand a little bit on the Beauty of Norway book, on the history and the geography with these tales. My book, this is a book that I already had. This book is called Tatterhood. I used to read some stories out of this book to this little girl when she was younger. She wasn't as interested then as I'm sure that she will be now. Tatterhood is actually a Norwegian folktale. It's a quite old and beloved, probably one of the most well-known ones. And this particular book actually has stories from all over the world. It is not just Norway. So I will pick and choose the ones that have relevance for us. And this might be the kind of thing where I read them aloud to her on Zoom, and then I ask her to kind of tell the story back to me or to write down some pertinent facts about the story. And that will be how we will incorporate this. But since, as far as I can tell, the book from Thrift Books does not have Tatterhood in it, and Tatterhood is such a, like I said, well-known and beloved story, I wanted to make sure that I had this one in our arsenal. The next thing that I picked up was actually from the Gift Chalet, specializing in Scandinavian everything, and I found this 4-sheet of Scandinavian inspired paper dolls. They are, let's see, I actually don't think I can get it open, but there are 4 sheets, and I'll link it below. You can go to Etsy and look, and it shows you all 4 of the sheets that are there. And so it's just the paper doll here, some clothes, and some accessories for the paper doll. And I thought this would be a fun little way to sort of have something hands-on, something to twiddle and fiddle as we were moving through our lessons. And then the last thing that I purchased to extend this lesson, I'm sure she has many of these at her home. I didn't have any. I just picked up a set of the Scandinavian Straw Ornaments on eBay. Let me see if I can take off the plastic and make it less reflective. Maybe not. That maybe helped a tiny bit. So these are just Scandinavian straw ornaments. They're popular, I think, in Danish culture as well as in Norway. And they're just these sweet little ornaments that are made from hay or from straw. So this is just an assortment. There are several assortments that are actually on eBay. My little ladies here have gotten kind of roughed around in transit, but that you have these little guys and then you have 3 ladies as well. And I'm excited to put these on my tree. If you're doing this curriculum with your kids at home, this could be a great thing to do together to talk about the traditions and why these ornaments exist, and kind of incorporate your learning into your decorating. They could even have their own little tree, I guess, if you wanted to do that as well in the homeschool room. You could do your own little tree as well. So I don't know if this exact set will be available, but when I was searching on eBay for straw ornaments, there were many sets. Some were very large and some were small and some were actually antique. There were lots of sets that were available. You guys know that I love little wooden boxes that have compartments. So that's like a nice added benefit. My particular set does come in a wooden box with compartments. So I think that's everything. Again, I'll show you this gorgeous, gorgeous box. I am so excited to do this. I can't wait. We actually haven't even started yet because we had all of the delays in shipping and things like that. But we're just going to be doing the read aloud together, going through some of the history of Norway. And like I said, because this child is half Norwegian, this is the kind of thing that I really hope will be a part of their family traditions year in and year out, and even the kind of thing that they can pass down throughout the family. So I am very lucky and very thankful that we were finally able to get our copies. And I think this is just a really special one-of-a-kind gift, especially considering the ancestry of this particular child. So that is everything that I have to share. I'll put all of the links to things that are still available to buy in the down bar, as well as I will put a link to an article about Middle Church, and also a link to the donation site, which is just middlechurch.org/donate. I will link all of that below. If you get a chance and if you have the opportunity, I would really love if you check that out. And please share the donation link. If you aren't able to give, that's fine. I definitely understand. But it certainly helps to share. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you back on Sunday. I still have our Waldock Wizards and Wands Christmas School curriculum to go through, as well as our pre-K curriculum to go through, or Christmas school to go through. We are officially on break until January, but I do still do holiday themed things all throughout this month, educational activities. So I have 2 more videos for you, and those should go up on the next 2 Sundays that are coming. In the new year, we are moving on from pre-K and into level K primer. And so that will be another video that I have upcoming as well after the new year. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your week.